Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the third week of July month. Session will be quite interesting and important, so stay tuned with us till the end. Students, we upload the daily current affairs video also at 5 am in the morning. These videos are very important. In these videos we discuss current affairs in a much refined way that will be beneficial for your competitive exams. So do watch these videos. Let's start. Indian Coast Guard and Japan Coast Guard, they have conducted a joint maritime exercise by the name Ja Mata, right? And where was this exercise held? Next question can be asked. It was held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Ja Mata is the name of the exercise between Indian Coast Guard and Japan Coast Guard. Next, name the bridge that was inaugurated by Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari in July over the Sharavati River in Shivamogga district of Karnataka, which is India's second longest cable stayed bridge. So, what is the name of that bridge? It is Singandur Bridge. This is the second longest cable stayed bridge, and this bridge is located in Shivamogga district of Karnataka. This bridge is also called the 8th extra dosed cable styled bridge, right? And this newly inaugurated bridge was constructed with 472 crore rupees cost, that is $54.88 million. So remember both the numbers. Sometimes it is given in rupees or sometimes it can be asked in dollars also. Next, in which state India's first ever water technology park named Aquatech Park inaugurated in July to boost fish production and promote the aquaculture based livelihoods? So direct question, students. India's first ever water technology park that was named as Aqua Tech Park. Where is it located? It is in Assam, right? Who is the Chief Minister of Assam? Himanta Biswa Sharma. And this initiative, that is Aqua Tech Park, it is in line with the state's vision of Atmanirbhar Assam, and here the focus will be on boosting the aquaculture in Assam. Here it will be boosting the fish production and promote aquaculture here. Next, what is the total outlay of assistance in deploying energy efficient technologies in industries and establishment, that is Aditi scheme, that was launched by Union Minister for Power Manohar Lal Khattarji in Haryana in July 2025 to promote energy efficient technologies to be used among the MSMEs. So what is the total outlay for this Aditi scheme? It is 1000 crore rupees. And these energy efficient technologies, they will be a game changer. As if you remember earlier, fluorescent bulbs were used in the market, but then LED came and they were a game changer. This transition was energy efficient, right? Similarly, we are seeing that in MSME sector, the focus in on adopting the energy efficient technology, as energy creates a lot of carbon also, right? Because it is generated from multiple sources, not just the renewable sources of energy. So in order for the less consumption, and we are seeing that India's population is growing, India's energy demand is going, so if we can reduce the consumption in certain sectors using technology, it is beneficial for India. Hence these energy efficient technologies to be used by MSMEs, and for this 1000 crore rupees budget has been allocated. This Aditi scheme will be for a period of 3 years, starting from FY26 till FY28. Next, in July, Union Minister Sarbandana Sonowal, our Union Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways, has inaugurated the second edition of the BIMSTEC Ports Conclave. Where was this held? It was held in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Take a note of this, students. Right, this is the second edition of this BIMSTEC Ports Conclave held in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. And there was a theme here for this second edition, which take a note of it, student. It is navigating the future, blue economy, innovation and sustainable partnership. Next, Name the village in Sikkim that was officially declared India's first digital nomad village under the Nomad Sikkim initiative. This is an important and interesting question, students. Right now, Sikkim wants to portray themselves as a nomad state where people, or digital nomad state, where people from all over the world, not just in India, can come there and work remotely, right? And with this, the tourism will be enhancing a lot, right? And with increase in tourism, the local economy will be boosting. Hence, Sikkim is targeting the digital nomads and wants to be named now as a, or they want to be recognized as a Nomad Sikkim. Hence, this Nomad Sikkim initiative was launched. Now, the question asked is, which is the village in Sikkim that was declared as Nomad Sikkim, or the initiative India's first digital nomad village? It is Yaktan village. It is in Sikkim. Next, pick out the statement regarding the approvals of the Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. If we look at the options here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, identify the Indian state that launched the country's first ever tribal genome sequencing project on 16th of July to build a reference genome database for their tribal population. So identify that Indian state. It is Gujarat state, right? That has launched the country's first ever tribal genome sequencing project on 16th of July, right? And this project, it will build a genetic database. This will enable early detection of the disease, better treatment for the inherited disease such as your sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, and certain other cancers. Next, name the heritage site in Mizoram that was recently declared as the monument of national importance under the Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act of 1958 by Archaeological Survey of India. It is Lungphung Ropai, right? This is the heritage site in Mizoram that was declared as monument of national importance. Moving on. Next, identify the correct statement regarding Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Bihar and West Bengal on 18th of July. If we look at the options here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, in July, which Indian state became the first to grant agriculture status to livestock and poultry farming, aiming to support small farmers involved in dairy, goat, pig, and poultry rearing in the rural areas? It is Maharashtra state. I repeat, which is that Indian state that became the first to grant this agriculture status to this livestock and poultry farming? It is Maharashtra state. The decision is expected to benefit 76.41 lakh families that are engaged in livestock farming, and it is estimated to an increase of 7,700 crore in income to these families through this livestock production. And the livestock farmers here, they will receive now a maximum of 4% subsidy on project loans that are taken through Kisan Credit Card. Next, Ministry of Heavy Industries, they have initiated the development of automotive mission plan to establish India as a global automotive leader by which year? So 2047. In this year, India will be achieving 100 years of independence. We want to become a Viksit Bharat. We want to become a developed nation. Hence, by 2047, the year is that where our industry, Ministry of Heavy Industry, this ministry is targeting that our country needs to become or want to become a global automotive leader by 2047. Next, mention the oil company that will establish India's largest green hydrogen plant at IOCL's Panipat refinery in Haryana as announced in July 2025. It is L&T Energy Green Tech Limited, right? This will establish India's largest green hydrogen plant in Haryana in Panipat. This comes under National Green Hydrogen Mission, and through this plant, annually 10,000 tons of green hydrogen will be produced annually. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the approval of Prime Minister Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana by Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. If we look at the options here, which is the correct statement it is being asked here. So option A is correct, B is wrong, C is wrong. B is saying that the scheme will be implemented over 4-year period starting from FY26. So no, this will be for a period of not 4 but 6 years starting from FY26. Now option B is right. C is saying that the scheme aims to transform agriculture on 105 agri districts through the convergence of various central schemes. Right? Is it correct? So here remember, Not 105 but 100 agriculture districts will be transformed. Now option C is also right. So all these three options have been made right now. Next, which of the following cities is not among the top 5 in the Quackrelli-Simon Best Student Cities ranking released by Quackrelli-Simons in July 2025? So among the following, it is Mumbai that is not on this list. Seoul of South Korea secured the first position. Tokyo, Japan secured the second position here. London, UK third position. Munich of Germany fourth position, and Melbourne, Australia fifth position. So Mumbai, India is not on the top 5 list. So what is the rank of Mumbai? It is on 98th position. Next, India co-chaired a high-level meeting of group of friends for accountability for crime against peacekeepers at the United Nations headquarters in New York in July. Here, the meeting focused on strategies to combat impunity, strengthen the legal framework, and improve international cooperation to bring offenders to justice. Next is identify the Indian site that was added to the UNESCO's World Heritage List by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization's World Heritage Committee at their 47th session that was held in July in France. So, which Indian site was added to the UNESCO's World Heritage Site list? It is Maratha Military Landscape of India. Your homework is to tell me 3 sites that were released from the UNESCO's list of danger sites, right? World Heritage Site in danger list. 3 sites that have been released from that list. Next, identify the country that in July 2025 completed their ratification process of the Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement between India and Europe Free Trade Association. So, identify that country. It is Switzerland. Right? With this development, the agreement stands fully ratified, and the renaming 3 EFTA member countries has already completed the ratification process. Which are the countries in EFTA? Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway and Switzerland. Next, India will co-chair the upcoming Codex work proposal to develop international food standards for turmeric and broccoli, as highlighted during the 88th session of the Executive Committee of the Codex Alimentarius Commission that was held in July. During this meeting, India's leadership in formulating a group standard for the whole millet grain received the formal recognition also. Next, name that or mention that mutual fund company that launched the BSE Power ETF and BSE Power ETF Fund of Fund in July, exclusively focused on the power sector. So mention that mutual fund company. It is Grow Mutual Fund, right? And this new fund offer for both these schemes will be starting from 18th of July till 1st of August. Which are these two funds? It is Grow BSE Power ETF and another is Grow BSE ETF Fund of Fund, right? It will be multiple ETFs that will be bundled together. Moving on, in July, RBI issued new directions allowing voluntarily pledge of gold and silver as a collateral for agriculture and MSME loans. So, mention the category of banks to which these new directions are not applicable. It is Payments Bank. Next, in July, NPCI International Payment Limited, hence NPIL, right? This is the international subsidiary of NPCI. They have announced inclusion of the 13 additional Indian banks into the UPI Pay Now service, which is a joint initiative between RBI and whom? So it is an initiative between RBI and Monetary Authority of Singapore. Even students remember in the PayPal World Network, now UPI has been added to their payments category. Good thing for India and good thing for this UPI. Next, in July, how much loan amount was granted to Tripura for building infrastructure in 9 industrial areas by the Asian Development Bank? So, how much loan amount was granted to Tripura? Name that amount. It is 975.26 crore rupees, and this initiative will revamp the Tripura's manufacturing ecosystem. It will promote inclusivity and also boost the global competitiveness. Next, mention the name of the bank that was included in the Schedule 2 of the RBI Act of 1934 by RBI in July 2025. It is NSDL Payments Bank Limited. With this, remember, NSDL Payment Bank Limited, it became the 5th payment bank in India to get the Schedule Bank status after Indian Post Payment Bank, Fino Payment Bank Limited, Airtel Payment Bank Limited and Jio Payment Bank Limited. Hence, NSDL Payment Bank Limited became the fifth bank to get the scheduled bank status. Next is pick out the correct statement regarding the amalgamation process of regional rural banks initiated by Government of India as of July 2025. So if we look at the options here, all the options are rightly mentioned. Next, in July, NABARD commemorated their 44th Foundation Day with the launch of several key initiatives in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Question is, identify the correct statement regarding the initiatives launched by NABARD on their Foundation Day. Right? So which is the correct options here? Option A and B is right, C is wrong. C is saying NABARD launched a Telegram channel targeting financial inclusion among the rural and semi-urban population. Is it correct? So NABARD, right, they have launched a WhatsApp channel, not a Telegram channel, but a WhatsApp channel targeting financial inclusion among rural and semi-urban population. Next is identify the company that entered into a binding agreement with the Alliance Group to form a 50-50% domestic joint venture to serve the dynamic and high growth insurance sector in India. As we know, the target of India is to become, or by 2047, to provide insurance for all. Right? We need a penetration even in the rural sector here, right? So for this, a joint venture has been signed, that is a 50-50 joint venture. Question is, identify the company that signed this agreement, joint venture with Alliance Group. It is Jio Financial Services Limited. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the National One District One Product Award 2025 organized by DPIIT in July 2025. If we look at the options, option A and C are right, B is wrong. It is saying Maharashtra emerged as the top performer, winning 10 awards including 7 district level recognitions. Is it correct? So no, not Maharashtra, but Andhra Pradesh has emerged as the top performer here, winning 10 awards. Next, Forbes, an American global media company, released the latest edition of the Forbes 50 richest self-made women on earth in 2025 list. Question is, who among the following is not in the list of the top 5 of the Forbes 50 richest self-made women on earth in 2025? So among the following, Kiran Majumdar-Shaw is not on the top 5 list here. Next, as per July 2025 announcement made by the Ministry of Textiles, which of the following is not a winner of the Sant Kamir Handloom Awards under the 11th edition of the National Handloom Day celebration? So, among the following, which of the following is not a winner here? So, Gitanjali Meher is not a winner here, or rest all are the winner here. Moving on, identify the organization that appointed R. Doraiswamy as the new Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer in July. So it is LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, right? It has appointed R. Doraiswamy as their new Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Satpal Banno. Next, for a period of how many years was Sanjay Kaul appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Gift City Company Limited in Gandhinagar, Gujarat? Among the following, it is how many years? It is 3 years. Next, mention the bank that appointed Raghavendra Srinivasan Bhatt as the interim Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the bank, succeeding Sri Krishnan Harihara Sharma. So mention the bank. Which is that bank? It is Karnataka Bank. Next, in July, who was appointed as the new Prime Minister of Ukraine following the former Prime Minister PM Denis' resignation? So, Yulia Anatolovina was appointed as the new Prime Minister of Ukraine, and she became the second woman Prime Minister of Ukraine. Next, the ACC Appointments Committee of the Cabinet appointed Nitin Gupta as the new chairperson of which organization for a period of 3 years, succeeding Ravneet Kaur? So, for National Financial Reporting Authority, that is NFRA. So, ACC appointed Nitin Gupta as the new chairperson of NFRA for a period of 3 years, succeeding Ravneet Kaur. Next, under which article of the Indian Constitution did Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar submit his resignation to the President of India in July? So it was under Article 67A. One more question from here. The question can be asked that Vice President submits his resignation to whom? So it is submitted to the President of India. Next, in July, RBI has approved the proposal of Current C Investment BV to acquire how much percent stake in infrastructure development finance company First Bank for 7,500 crore rupees. So how much percent it is? It is 9.99%. Next, mention the name of the geostationary communication satellite developed by Israel Aerospace Industries in partnership with Israeli Space Agency, launched into space from Florida, USA. So name that geostationary communication satellite. It is DROR-1. This satellite was launched using Falcon 9 rocket, that is a two-stage rocket which is manufactured by SpaceX, or it is of SpaceX. Next, DRDO, they handed over 6 indigenously designed and developed strategic products to Indian Navy in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Question is, identify the one that is not in the list of 6 products here. So among the following, it is Execution Survival Vessel ESV, correct? That is not among the 6 products, right? That are the 6 indigenously designed and developed for strategic development of Indian Navy, right? And this was handed over by DRDO. These 6 products were handed over by DRDO to the Indian Navy. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the successful trials of 3 missiles conducted by Indian Army. If we look at the options here, option A, B and C, all 3 of them are rightly mentioned. Next, mention the company that launched the INS Ajay, the final of the 8 anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft built for the Indian Navy to strengthen the maritime defense capabilities of India. It is GRSE, Garden Ridge Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. Next, from which country the Indian Army received the first batch of 3 AH-64E Apache helicopters, making a significant enhancement to their combat capabilities. So from which country Indian Army received the first batch of this AH-64E Apache helicopters, and 3 of them. A total of 6 are there, but first 3 has been delivered now. Next 3 will be delivered in November 2025. So from which country is it? It is from USA. Next, Hari Krishnan A. Ra became India's which number of chess master? He is the 87 chess grandmaster after receiving final GM norm in the France. Next, who has been appointed as the head of the 8-member working group by the ICC in July to explore the possibility of restructuring Test cricket into 2-tier system. So, Sanjog Gupta has been appointed as the head of the 8-member working group by ICC in July 2025. Next is, mark the correct statement regarding the 4th leg of the Freestyle Chess Grand Slam 2 2025 held in Las Vegas, USA. If we look at the options here, option A and C are right. So hence A and C is the right option, B is wrong. B saying Hans Moke Niemann secured 2nd place while Hikaru Nakamura claimed 3rd position here. Is it correct? So here remember, apart from this, remember, Arjun Argesi secured 6th position, whereas R. Pragnanda secured the 7th position. Next, Muhammadu Buhari, the former president of which country, passed away at the age of 82 in July 2025. So Nigeria here, right? The former, Muhammadu Buhari is the former president of Nigeria who recently passed away. Next, mention the Oscar, Grammy and Emmy winning American lyricist who passed away at the age of 99 in July 2025. So Alan J. Bergman, right? He is the Oscar, Grammy and Emmy winning American lyricist, passed away at the age of 99. Next, V.S. Achuthanandan, who passed away on 21st of July, served as the Chief Minister of Kerala from which to which year? From 2006 to 2011, he served as the Chief Minister of Kerala, and he became the oldest person to hold this position. Next, every year when is World Youth Skills Day observed across the globe to highlight the critical importance of equipping youth with skills for employment, decent work and entrepreneurship. So every year World Youth Skills Day observed across the globe to highlight the critical importance of equipping youth with skills. When do we observe this World Youth Skills Day? It is 15th of July, and this year it was the 10th anniversary of it, and there is a theme also, students, here, that is youth empowerment through AI and digital skills. Next, every year when is World Chess Day, also known as the International Chess Day, observed across the globe to celebrate chess as one of the oldest and most intellectual games, recognizing their role in promoting education, peace, inclusion and global cooperation across the culture. So 20th of July every year we observe World Chess Day. Next, and there is a theme also, students, here. Theme being every move counts. Every move counts. Next, Which Indian state recorded the highest increase in tree cover outside notified forest area as per the Indian State of Forest report released in July 2025? So it is Gujarat state that recorded the highest increase in the tree cover. Next, who is the Vice President of World Athletics as of July 2025? So Adeli Sumirwala, the Vice President of Athletics, right? Take a note of this. Next, name the women-centric safety initiative launched by Jammu and Kashmir Police in July in the Chenab Valley region to address the underreporting of crimes and promote awareness of women rights. So, name the women-centric safety initiative. It is Bharosa. Take a note of this. Next, Peter Moore, who announced his retirement from international cricket in July, represented which two countries during his cricketing career? So, Zimbabwe and Ireland, right, announced his retirement from ICC or international cricket. Which countries do he represented during his career? He represented Zimbabwe as well as Ireland. Next, mention the organization that released the report titled Frontiers 2025, The Weight of Time in July, warning about the exposure to legacy toxic pollutants due to increased river and coastal flooding. So mention the organization that has released this report. It is United Nations Environment Program, that is UNEP, headquarters of which is in Nairobi, Kenya. Next, which country qualified for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026 for the first time? It is Italy that has qualified for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. And remember, T20 World Cup in 2026 will be jointly hosted by our country India and Sri Lanka. Next, Sharavati Valley lion-tailed Makyo Wildlife Sanctuary, right? It is located where? It is in Karnataka. Next, as per the FIDE Men's World Cup rankings released on 10th of July, what is the position of the Indian men's football team? It is 133rd. Next, as in July, name the indigenous dog breed from the Tangkul community in Ukhrul district, Manipur, known for its hunting instinct and loyalty, that was recognized and procured by Assam Rifles for its dog training center in Jorhat, Assam. So name that indigenous dog breed. It is Haufa. Next is, what is the name of the zero balance saving account launched by Fino Payment Bank on 16th of July to promote instant digital transactions? It is Gati, right? And here this will speed the affordable digital banking services delivery in rural areas, and it will be very beneficial. Hence Gati, and Gati means speed only. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to the revision part that will be beneficial for your learning. Which Indian state received $109.97 million loan from Asian Development Bank in June for the skill development program? Right, to enhance the skill development, this amount was reached. It is Gujarat state that has received this $109.97 million loan from Asian Development Bank. Right, this will shape the future ready workforce that is aligned with the vision of becoming a global industrial hub. And if you remember, in Gujarat only, it is also known as the semiconductor manufacturing hub, right? Because it is a global a lot of manufacturing for semiconductor is taking place in Gujarat, correct? And hence, if Gujarat wants to become a global industrial hub, then skilling needs to be done, and the people there, they needs to be taught the skills, or they should be skilled in various industry ready skills, because these skills keeps on changing with day to day, right, time to time, right? And industry ready skills is important, because if we set up the manufacturing plant, we need people to work on in these plants, right? So training is necessary. Next, RBI has discontinued their daily DAS auction due to a liquidity surplus in the banking system exceeding 1% of the net demand and time liabilities starting from 11th of June 2025. So RBI, they have discontinued their variable repo rate auctions, right? This is due to the surplus of 2.75 to 3 lakh crore rupees of surplus in the banking system, that is exceeding the 1% of the net demand and time liabilities, right? With the current surplus and easing liquidity condition, RBI's move to withdraw the daily VRR aligns with the objective to maintain neutral policy, supporting allowing the market-based instruments such as your call money and tri-party repos to function more efficiently. These variable repo rates, right, they have been held, the daily variable repo rates have been halted, but 14-day variable repo rate auctions are in the market. Open market operations are working. Standing deposit facilities also up and working. Next is, what is the total amount of social loan facility that has been raised by Credit Access Grameen in June through a multi-currency syndicated borrowing under RBI's external commercial borrowing rule? It is $100 million. I repeat, what is the total amount of social loan facility that has been raised by Credit Access Grameen? It is $100 million that has been raised in June through a multi-currency syndicated borrowing under the RBI's external commercial borrowing route. Next, Venkatesh Korla was appointed as the global CEO of which company? Of Hinduja Global Solutions Limited, succeeding Partha De Sarkar. Right? Next is, in May, Dash and Dash were recommended as the Managing Director, CEO of Union Bank of India and Central Bank of India respectively. So, Ashish Pandey and Kalyan Kumar. Ashish Pandey was here recommended as the MD and CEO of Union Bank of India, and Kalyan Kumar as MD and CEO of Central Bank of India. So right option is option 4. Next, in May, economist Sidi Olta was elected as the 9th president of African Development Bank during the African Development Bank annual meeting 2025 that was held in Ivory Coast. Ta belongs to which country? He belongs to Mauritania, right? And he will assume his office from 1st of September 2025 and his term will be of 5 years. Next, who was appointed as the new chairman of Telangana Grameen Bank in May, succeeding Y. Shobha? So, K. Prathapa Reddy was elected as the new chairman of Telangana Grameen Bank and he will be succeeding Y. Shobha. Next, Annalena Baerbock was elected as the president of which organization in June, succeeding Philemon Yang? So, United Nations General Assembly, right? So, Annalena Baerbock was elected as the president of UNGA, United Nations General Assembly. And she became fifth woman to overall lead the United Nations General Assembly. Next, mention the name of the person elected as the president of Poland in June, succeeding Andrzej Duda. So, Karol Nawrocki, right, has been elected as the president of Poland, succeeding Andrzej Duda. Next is, identify the organization which appointed Rajiv Memani as the president for FY26, succeeding Sanjeev Puri. So, CII, Confederation of Indian Industry, was appointed or has appointed Rajiv Memani as the president, succeeding Sanjeev Puri. Next, mention the name of the person elected as the 14th president of the Republic of Korea, that is South Korea, in June, succeeding Yoon Suk Yeol. So, who has been appointed here as the 14th president of the Republic of Korea, that is South Korea? So, Lee Jae-myung has been elected as the 14th president, right, of the South Korea. Next, ACC has approved the extension of Swaroop Kumar Shah's tenure as MD and CEO of which public sector bank? It is for Punjab and Sindh Bank. And his term has been extended till 28th of Feb 2027. Next, Deutsche Bank AG appointed whom as the Chief Executive Officer of their Indian Global Capability Center, Deutsche Bank India, succeeding Dilip Kumar Khandelwal. So, Stefan Schoffer, right, has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of their Indian Global Capability Center. Next, who became the first women officer from the Indian Navy to be appointed as the aide-de-camp to the President of India in May 2025? So, Yashashvi Solanki became the first women officer from Indian Navy to appointed as the ADC, that is aide-de-camp to the President of India, Draupadi Murmu. Next, mention the name of the organization that extended the appointment of Indian cricketer Rohit Sharma as their brand ambassador for the second consecutive year to enhance the brand presence in India. It is TCL India Holdings Private Limited. Right? Next, Dick Schoof, the Prime Minister of Netherlands, submitted his resignation to the King William Alexander in June following the withdrawal of the far-right party Far for Freedom led by Geert Wilders from the ruling coalition. So Dick Schoof, the Prime Minister of Netherlands, has handed over his resignation recently. Next is who was given the interim charge of Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of LIC by the Department of Financial Services starting 8th of June to 7th of September 2025. So Satpal Bhanno, right, was given the interim charge as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of LIC. Next, who was appointed as the chairperson of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister in June for a period of 2 years, succeeding Suman K. Berry. So S. Mahendra Dev, right, appointed as the chairperson of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. Next, who has been appointed as the part-time member of the 16th Finance Commission by the President of India Draupadi Murmu ma'am following the resignation of Ajay Narayan. So T. Ravi Shankar has been appointed as the part-time member of the 16th Finance Commission. Take a note of this important question, students. Next, name the organization that appointed Sudarshan Venu as the new chairman and managing director. So which organization has appointed Sudarshan Venu as their new chairman and managing director? It is TVS Motor Company Limited, and he will be succeeding Sir Rolf Speth. Right? Next, CCI, that is the Competition Commission of India, has approved the acquisition of how much percentage shareholding in Kolte Patil Developers Limited, valued at approximately 1,167 crore rupees by BREP Asia 3 Holding India Holding Company 7 Private Limited. So they have approved 40% acquisition of it. Next, identify the company in which institutional investors acquire 1.8% stake from promoter entities Bajaj Holdings and Investment Limited and Jamnalal Sons Private Limited for 5,506 crore rupees. So identify that company. It is Bajaj Finserv Limited. Next, which country appointed Bollywood actor Katrina Kaif as their global tourism ambassador in June to boost the country's global tourism appeal ahead of the summer season and reinforce the ties with India? So it is Maldives. Correct. Next, in June, Axis Max Life Insurance Limited appointed whom as their next MD and Chief Executive Officer, succeeding Prashant Tripathi? So Sumit Madan. Correct. So Axis Max Life Insurance Company has appointed Sumit Madan as their new managing director and chief executive officer, succeeding Prashant Tripathi. Next is identify the person reappointed as the managing director and chief executive officer of CSB Bank Limited for a period of 3 years starting from 15th of September. He will be Pralay Mondal. Next, in June, Gombozhov Zenstar was appointed as the 34th Prime Minister of Mongolia. Next, in June, Arun Srinivas was appointed as the Managing Director and Head of Meta in India, succeeding Sandhya Devanathan. Next, who was appointed as the first Women Secretary of the Department of Economic Affairs under the Ministry of Finance, succeeding Ajay Seth? So, Anuradha Thakur was appointed as the first Women Secretary of the Department of Economic Affairs. Identify the organization that launched Climate Risk Information System in May to address climate-related data gaps and promote sustainable finance. So identify that organization. It is RBI, Reserve Bank of India. The launch of this new system indicates RBI's recognition that climate change is emerging as one of the major risks to the financial system. Next, as per the RBI data released in June, Dash accounted for the largest share of total bank deposits at 59.5% in FY25. So as per the RBI data released in June, term deposit, it accounted for the longest share of the total bank deposits at 59.5% in FY25. If we see here, term deposits 59.5%, saving deposits 29.1%, current deposits 9.8%. Next, identify the public sector bank that launched the non-resident Indian focus saving account variants and premium debit cards in June. Which is that bank? It is Indian Bank. Right? The new product offerings features a high-end quality non-resident external account, that is NRE saving account. Then this new product also include top-tier debit card, that is IND Elite and IND Premium and IND Plus. These are the various three kinds of debit cards that will be available here. Next, identify the mutual fund company that has launched India's first index fund tracking the BSE 1000 Total Return Index in June 2025. It is Motilal Oswal Mutual Fund. This NFO for this will be open from 5th of June and it will be closing on 19th of June. This fund, it will provide broad-based exposure to India's equity market by tracking the BSE 1000 Total Return Index, which covers almost 94% of India's listed market cap. Right? And this fund will be having companies from 22 different sectors. Next, what will be the new name of ICICI Prudential Blue Chip Fund effective from 16th of June as announced by ICICI Prudential Asset Management Company after renaming it to equity oriented mutual fund schemes following the SEBI directive. So the new name of the ICICI Prudential Blue Chip Fund will be ICICI Large Cap Fund. ICICI Prudential Large Cap Fund. This is the new name here. Next is the financial technology company Wise. They formerly known as TransferWise received the in principle approval from RBI to operate in which category for export transaction. So they will be operating in the payment aggregator category for cross border. Right, that is for export. That means not just in India but apart from India also they will be able to send and receive payments from merchants, hence cross border. If it was not cross border, it would have been within India only. Next, pick out the incorrect statement from the following regarding the RBI's second bi-monthly monetary policy meeting of FY26 as announced in June 2025. If we look at the option which is incorrect, A is right, C is right, D is right, E is right. Second is wrong. It is saying that the committee reduced the policy repo rate by 45 basis point to 5.55% with immediate effect. Not 45 but 50 basis point it was reduced, that is by 0.5%. Right? Next is in June, Dash launched the ESG Environmental, Social and Governance rating for listed companies with an aim to enhance the innovation in sustainable finance. So in June it is National Stock Exchange Sustainability has launched ESG ratings for listed companies with an aim to enhance the innovation in the sustainability finance. Correct? Next, mention the e-commerce company that has received the NBFC license from RBI in June, authorizing the company to offer loans credit directly to the customers. It is Flipkart. Correct? Take a note of this. And with this now Flipkart is authorized to offer loans to various organizations to customers and provide credit line directly to the customers but not allowed to take deposits. Next, mention the organization with which AU Small Finance Bank collaborated to undertake a comprehensive climate risk advisory program that aligns with the international best practices and changing the regulatory expectations. So mention the organization. It is International Finance Corporation, that is IFC. This is a part of World Bank only and they have partnered with AU Small Finance Bank to collaborate and they have collaborated to undertake a comprehensive climate risk advisory program. Odisha government has launched which initiative for fostering inclusive, sustainable and innovative urban growth in Bhubaneswar, Odisha? Name of the plan is, or the name of the initiative is Ankur. Ankur is Atal Network of Knowledge, Urbanization and Reform. This is a strategic initiative for fostering inclusive, sustainable and innovative urban growth in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Right? Next, name the initiative or name the event inaugurated by Dr. Mansukh Mandviya on June 3rd at India Habitat Center in Delhi, which included the launch of landmark books on cycling. Which is it? Name that event. The event is Urban Adda 2025 Conclave, and this was held from 3rd to 5th of June and launched the landmark books on cycling at India Habitat Center in New Delhi. This event was organized by New Delhi based Rahagiri Foundation in partnership with Washington DC based ICCT, that is your International Council on Clean Transportation, right? Then this Urban Adda 25, it features various thematic sessions on climate resilient cities, gender and mobility, clean and water waste management, inclusive transport, and also to meet the sustainable development goals and promote cycling. Next, in June, which state government launched Rajiv Gandhi Van Samvardhan Yojana and the Green Adoption Scheme with the aim to enhance green cover and promote community participation in the state? It is Himachal Pradesh, right? This is the state government that has launched this Rajiv Gandhi Van Samvardhan Yojana and also the Green Adoption Scheme, right? Next is in June, which two wetlands in Rajasthan were newly designated as the Ramsar sites as announced by Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change Bhupendra Yadav. So which two wetlands are we talking about? It is Khichian and Menar. These are the two wetlands, right? This Khichian, it is in Pahalodi and Menar is in Udaipur, right? And these are the two wetlands of Rajasthan declared as Ramsar sites. And now Rajasthan state has a total of 4 Ramsar sites now, and India has a total of 91 Ramsar sites. Next, the Department of Biotechnology observed Swachhta Pakhwada 25 from 1st of May to 15th of May in Delhi, and this Swachhta Pakhwada was conducted under which mission? So this Swachhta Pakhwada was conducted under Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0 to make our cities clean, and this Pakhwada was organized in accordance with Swachhta Pakhwada 2025 that was issued by the Cabinet Secretary of the Government of India. And this Swachhta Pakhwada, right, this is the initiative of the Government of India that was launched in April 2016, under which different ministries and departments, they come together to observe a 2-week period dedicated to intensive cleaning activities. Next is which state in India achieved 100% success rate in the foundational literacy and numeracy assessment test under the Ullas Nav Bharat Sashaktra Karyakram in June 2025. 100% success rate in the foundational literacy and numeracy. It is Tamil Nadu. Next, name the application enhanced by the Election Commission of India on 4th of June to provide real-time voter turnout updates. So what is the name of that application? It is Election Commission Network and Information Technology. This launch aligns with the Election Commission of India's commitment to timely public communication, which is the highest priority. Even now, there was a news that Bihar became the first state. Why? Because they will be conducting elections on mobile application. Next, who launched Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam 2.0 initiative along with special modules and eco clubs for Mission Lives, that is Lifestyle for Environment. This is a web portal launched on 5th of June. So, who launched it? It was launched by Union Minister for Education, Dharmendra Pradhan. And this Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam initiative, it is a nationwide environmental initiative that will promote tree plantation drive. Next, what is the revised minimum land requirements in hectares for setting up semiconductor manufacturing unit in multi-product SEZ as per the Special Economic Zones Amendment Rule of 2025 as notified by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry? So what is the revised minimum land requirement? It is 4 hectares. Next, in June, which state government in partnership with Setu Ayog, that is State Institute for Empowering and Transforming Uttarakhand, has signed 3 strategic agreements with Tata Trust, National Association of Software and Service Companies, that is NASCOM, and Vadhwani Foundation, with an aim to establish the states as a hub for digital tech and emerging technologies. So, which state government in partnership with Setu Ayog Institute for Empowering and Transforming Uttarakhand has signed these 3 strategic agreements? Right? Which state government? It is Uttarakhand state government. Next, who inaugurated India's first commercially approved utility scale 20 megawatt by 40 megawatt per hour battery energy storage system in South Delhi in May 2025? Who inaugurated it? It was inaugurated by Delhi Power Minister Ashish Sood. This facility is South Asia's largest grid connected battery energy storage system project, and it marks the first utility scale storage system in India to receive commercial approval. Next, where did Tamil Nadu government notify the creation of the Greater Flamingo Sanctuary covering 524.78 hectares on the occasion of the World Environment Day observed on 5th of June in 2025? So, where did Tamil Nadu government notify the creation of this? It was in Dhanuskodi, right? This sanctuary was inaugurated by M.K. Stalin, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Next, in June, the government of Assam and Meghalaya announced a joint initiative to establish a 55 megawatt hydropower and irrigation project on which river that will help in meeting water and energy needs and mitigation urban flooding in Guwahati, Assam. It is Kulsi River. Correct? And the project will generate electricity for both the states, with Assam receiving additional irrigation benefit also. Next, Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister M.K. Stalin virtually inaugurated 2 industrial facilities that are established by Dash and SOL India Private Limited at a combined investment of 475 crore rupees that will strengthen the Tamil Nadu's manufacturing and industrial ecosystem. So, M.K. Stalin, he virtually inaugurated 2 industrial facilities that are established by Agile Robots SE and SOL India Private Limited at a combined investment of 475 crore rupees. Next, during the first International Agri Hackathon held in June, Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan announced the launch of Clean Plant program to establish 9 horticultural facilities across India. Right? And this Clean Plant initiative, it will get expert technical assistance from countries such as Israel and Netherlands. Right? And while addressing the event, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, has also announced the plan to use the state government's 120 crore startup dedicated fund of funds along with the Government of India's fund to provide incubation and financial support for translating participant ideas into a scalable startup. So basically to help the startups here. Identify the company that secured over $100 million in debt financing from a global financial institution, Robobank and Societe Generale to support the development of 300 megawatt solar power project where in Rajasthan. So together these banks, these financial institution, they have secured $100 million in debt financing, and they will be making what? They will be making a 300 megawatt solar power project, and where it will be located? It will be located in Rajasthan. Question is, identify the company that has secured this amount from these global finance institutions. It is Serentica Renewables. They have received or they have secured $100 million in debt financing from Robobank and Societe Generale. Next, SEBI, they have introduced a comprehensive framework to govern the issuance and listing of ESG debt securities. What are the types of bonds that this framework specially governs? So it focuses on social bonds, sustainability linked bonds and sustainability bonds, not on green bonds, right? This framework will strengthen basically India's environment, social governance, debt market that will enhance transparency, credibility, investor confidence and support the country's sustainable development goals. Next, mention the foreign bank that recently became the first to list green bonds worth Sri Lankan rupee 2.5 billion on the National Stock Exchange International Exchange at GIFT City, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, or GIFT IFSC, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So mention that foreign bank. It is DFCC and PLC. they have become the first to list green bonds worth 2.5 billion Sri Lankan rupees on the NSE International Exchange. Next, in June, which mutual fund company has launched India's first exchange traded fund tracking the Nifty India Internet Index, aiming to invest in the internet first businesses across sectors like e-commerce, fintech and digital payments? It is Grow Mutual Fund. And Grow, if you remember students, this is a platform that provides you an option, or that provides you an opportunity where you can buy and sell equities, mutual funds, right, and many other options. So it is proper application and also a platform. Next, which of the following stock exchanges received the SEBI's approval in June to launch monthly electricity futures contract aimed to support the long-term power market reforms and providing hedging tools against electricity price volatility? So, which stock exchange has received SEBI's approval to launch the monthly electricity futures? It is National Stock Exchange of India. They have received the approval from SEBI where they will be able to now launch monthly electricity future contracts. Next, mention the urban cooperative bank that recently received the scheduled bank status from RBI, becoming the 50th cooperative bank in India to receive this recognition, right? So who became the mention that urban cooperative bank that received the scheduled bank status. Which is that bank? It is Vishwashwar Sahakari Bank Limited, right? It is Pune, Maharashtra based bank. Next is identify the entity that paid a dividend of 8,076.84 crore rupees to the government of India for FY25 in June 2025. So it is State Bank of India. Next, in June, Punawala FinCorp Limited, they have launched an industry first fully digital business loan 24/7 product for MSMEs, the aim of which is to provide seamless and instant credit access to MSMEs across India. With this, what will happen is the financing need for the MSMEs will be taken care of, and these MSMEs sometimes they required a lot of money in order to complete their operations, right, in order to fund their operations, right? So, and these MSMEs are also the backbone of our country because we are heavily focusing on these MSMEs, and these MSMEs they generate a lot of job opportunities also. Hence, the government of India is pushing these MSMEs so that they can not just provide, or they can not just serve in India, but also export their products and services to the international market also. Next, identify the digital platform that collaborated with CSB Bank Limited to launch the Edge Plus CSB Bank RuPay credit card in June 2025. It is Jupiter Money. It uses best experience with over 50,000 rupees in annual rewards and financial insights into their personal finance.